Hi, this is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNN Live. We're at the 16th Annual B. Riley and Company Investor Conference in Hollywood, California. I have with me Chris Lahiji, LD Micro. Chris, welcome to SNN Live again.
Yeah, thank you, Shelley. Thank you for having me.
So let me ask you a question. Of all people, I'd like to know, what's the state of the microcap market?
The state of the microcap market is you're guilty until proven innocent. And what I mean by that is if you're over 300 million, I think people are giving a lot of companies the benefit of the doubt. If you're under 300 million, you're getting a lot of scrutiny. And I think it's just the law of attrition. I think a lot of people since the 2008 crash have ultimately left the microcap space, and there's not a lot of new entrants that are coming in. So you have, in many cases, a lot of companies that are not getting the valuations they deserve, very simply because there's no investors. And not to say that there's not a lot of companies that aren't doing well, it's just that, it's hard to find buyers for things under a certain size.
Why is that? I mean, I believe it, of course, to be true, but what is the reason? And then, how do we, guys in the industry, what do we do to find a solution?
I think a lot of it is just correlated with liquidity. And when there's less interested people in something, it becomes less fluid. So this is one of those big issues. It's like what comes first, the chicken or the egg? And my take is that the retail investor is not coming back to offset this decline institutionally. So let's look at it. The retail investor is not as interested as it used to be. The institutions have essentially gone upstream. And then you have a lot of these small companies where the main argument is, well, I don't want to invest in it because, it's not liquid. Well, that liquidity gets worse when there's less interest.
So what is the solution, Chris? I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm also on that same spot.
Yeah, everyone's in the same boat. And I don't know if there's one definitive solution, but all I can tell you is that microcap needs a big winner. It needs something that goes from 1 to 50. And outside of the biotech world, there have been very, very few companies that have done that. So it's hard for me to basically look at the last 3-4 years and say, even names that I didn't own, oh yeah, these things have done tremendously well. And I think a lot of it is just regulatory too. And I think that there are things that are going on with the SEC and the Jobs Act and Reg A that I think are helping the cause, but that help cannot come soon enough. If they make it easier and cheaper for companies to go public, then we have more choices. When you have more choices, you can make more potential investments.
So what did you think of the B. Riley conference?
B. Riley, to me, has the highest quality companies every single year. I love coming here. I was a little bit bummed, as everyone knows, that they moved it from Santa Monica to Hollywood. The reason is it was roughly 30, 40 seconds from our house in Santa Monica. Now, as you know, it's kind of like it's 13 miles, so it doesn't seem like a lot on the map. But as you know, when you hit a little bit of traffic, it'll take you more than an hour to get here. I see why they did it. It's a beautiful venue. What's really astonishing, though, is 50 feet to the left of us, we're actually in a mall. And, a lot of people won't care, but that kind of freaks me out. Where I can go to this conference and be, I don't want to say happy or miserable, but then all of a sudden get a pretzel from someone. So, I just think it's very, very unique. It's almost like it's like a mind trick almost. I once stayed at a Sheraton, and it was on top of a mall. So when we went down to the lobby, you went out of the lobby, and you're in a mall. So it kind of freaked me out a little bit. But all in all, the festivities last night were great. I'm really excited for Fight Night. As you can see, I'm wearing my hoodie. People don't know me for my left hook, but I have a lot more technique than you think. But hopefully I will not be getting in the ring tonight.
Well, a lot of people are betting on the fact that you will get in the ring tonight. And I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is the new welterweight championship
welterweight
fighter.
I'm super. There would be a new class. It would be super overweight for me. It wouldn't even be heavyweight. Heavyweight, you have to be muscular. With me, it's like if you're above 250 pounds, it's like butterbean style, where it's like you will probably fight animals and creatures and deformed human beings. But but all in all, I think what they've done is incredible. I love what B. Riley did today, where all the commissions will be donated. I'm going to write a check personally as well, and I think it's a great cause, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
And Sugar Ray does a heck of a job.
Yeah, Sugar Ray is incredible. We learned yesterday that his least liked exercise in the gym was actually sit-ups. So I didn't know that. I was glad I asked that question.
Well, we've really had an informative interview with Chris Lahiji. What's happening going into 2016? 2015 is almost over.
Yeah,
Besides, we need one micro-cap company to go from 1 to 50, deservedly so.
Right. Of course, you have to have the catalyst to have it there. It's just you need good stories that generate profits, that generate interest. And if you look at the last several years outside of the marijuana sector, there have been very, very few companies that have come public that have excited a lot of people. So I think it's probably going to be more of the same. Valuations, for me at least, are a little bit high. We're conserving cash. We're being diligent in the names that we own. We like the names that we own. But all in all, we're just waiting for that white knight. And I don't know if it'll ever show up.
Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, Chris Lahiji, LD Micro, I'm Shelly Kraft. This is SNN Live, and we're coming to you live from the 16th annual B. Riley & Company Investor Conference right here in Hollywood,
California.
baby. Hollywood, California.
Bye-bye, you guys. See you soon.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
You got it.